Magnuson. Now he's really laying the right hands on Magnuson with about 6 uppercuts. Bob Kelly's coming off the bench.
Now first off the bench was Bordelot. Or who was it? No, Bob Kelly.
Battleship Kelly, the first guy off the bench. Boy, Kid Magnuson has kept his record intact of not winning any fights.
And Brian Lewis is telling Kelly, either Bob of the Flyers or Bob of the... And he's going to take a penalty, and there they go. Plett and Ben Wilson.
Well, Ben Wilson moved right over there to get it. Now Wilson's getting some good right hands. Plett hasn't been able to... He's throwing one punch. He's got Ben Wilson's sweater up and is just pulling him down on the ice. Now they got it. Oh, Ben Wilson landed a right hand to Willi Plett that knocked him off balance, but he seemed to have recovered pretty good to get back on top of Wilson. Wilson moved right from his right point position all the way over to the left wing corner to take a check on Willi Plett. And started way back in the Flyer zone to the right of Bertie Perrott. And both of them seemed to land some excellent punches. But the last right hand by Ben Wilson knocked Willi Plett down, and Plett is feeling his mouth as Ben Wilson really cut him, but you can tell Wilson way over on the left corner. You knew just then with him out of the position that was going to happen. Wilson got some good early punches in, and then Plett finally got loose and landed a couple of overhand rights to the top of Wilson's head. And as he was tugging and pulling Ben Wilson down, he landed some good rights, but then Wilson came back with 3 real strong right hands and knocked.
Oh, he wants him. What happened is that Gradine had speared Peters in the leg, and that's when Peters took a shot at him. And now, Fraser's really landing the right hands on Wilson, and now Wilson's trying to get back, and he has a little bit, but Fraser really got some good right hands in at the start of the fight. Ben Wilson came back with some right hands, but they both stood there throwing punches at each other. It almost seems like I'll hit you, you hit me. And now Wilson really got a good right hand right on Fraser. Fraser has been able to get his right hand free, but they're still going at it. Wilson's now starting to get the uppercuts through on Fraser as he's hanging on, but Fraser had the good start, had all control of the fight until the latter stages when Wilson started to come on. Now the linesman Stickel and Forsey will be in there to separate the 2 players. But it all started with the big save by Pete Peters in the Flyer goaltender.
Ben Wilson and Tiger Williams.
Ben Wilson and Tiger Williams.
Ben Wilson hasn't been able to get a punch in. Tiger Williams is now he's starting to throw the punches. Tiger Williams is getting some very good punches in on Ben Wilson. Now it's Wilson's turn. Williams got some excellent uppercuts on Ben Wilson. Wilson could not get his right arm free, and Williams took advantage of that to land about 6 or 7 excellent uppercuts to Ben Wilson. Wilson finally got his arm loose and started to punch overhand rights to Tiger Williams' side of his head. Now they're pushing and shoving. Wilson is taking another couple uppercuts from Tiger Williams as the linesmen Pavelich and Kohowski are trying to separate the 2 players. They had a hold of Ben Wilson, and Williams had one of his...
Another fight. Jonathan and Ben Wilson.
Wilson and Jonathan. Oh, Wilson had a good right hand of Jonathan. Holy cow, 2, 3 uppercuts. Jonathan just hanging on. Now he's starting to throw with his left hand, and he'll just try and grab Wilson to throw him to the ice, but boy, Wilson landed about 3 strong uppercuts to stand Jonathan. Now they're just wrestling, and they're going to wait until those 2 guys, I imagine, to get down, but now Jonathan's got throwing some left hand, and Wilson's, oh man, he's throwing some right. He's a lot smaller, but he's got some good lefts in as well. Wilson threw some strong rights. This one's a real ding-dong battle. Holy cow, they got a couple of real solid right uppercuts, and Jonathan got solid left hands in on Wilson.
Now McGill drops the glove, challenges Wilson. 2 heavyweights here, the gloves are off, and here they go at center ice. McGill and Wilson changing right hands. McGill landed a right. Oh, another right. They're standing toe-to-toe and slugging it out. McGill, now Wilson a right hand. Now McGill a right. McGill, Wilson taking over. Ben Wilson hammering away right to the jaw of Bob McGill. Oh, they're really just trading blows. Now Wilson again with 2 rights. McGill got in a right. Wilson with an uppercut. And pretty soon they'll be tired out. Now Ben Wilson may have headbutted McGill. He leaned into him a little bit, and now the linesmen separated.
Well, McGill got the best of it in the early going, but Ben Wilson got mad and just started to take over and definitely won a decision over McGill. A tremendous fight right at center ice.
And O'Reilly challenging again. This is their second set too. Wilson and Riley just hammer and tong, throwing them away. Riley coming with some lefts and Wilson answering with the rights, and O'Reilly staggered a bit. Now Wilson knocks him down, and both men were coming in with some solid chops there.
Started that first one, but this one they just dropped their gloves with nobody around, gave themselves plenty of ice room, and this is what went on. Ben Wilson and Terry O'Reilly for the second time tonight. 5-minute penalties for fighting.
We're going to see a right by Wilson here as O'Reilly went spinning. Not that one. Not that one. Look out. There. And O'Reilly didn't play. Look at this. And out they go. Terry O'Reilly, Ben Wilson. Spell it with an H. B-E.
Side and Morris, and now we've got Gillies and Ben Wilson. Here's a pair.
Well, Gillies and Wilson. Oh, wow, Wilson has really laid it on Gillies. Gillies grabbed him, hit him on hard the check now. Wilson's really giving it to Gillies right here. Both of them are heavyweights. But it looked like Clark Gillies got a couple of good shots in the beginning, and then Wilson got squared away and really laid a few on him.
Bobby, these are two of the biggest guys in the league, and two of the guys that are really know that can really go when it comes down to getting into a squabble there. And as you mentioned, Gillies started real quick, and he caught Ben Wilson with a couple of shots early, but Ben really finished strong.
14:42 remaining, second period. Flyers 1, Islanders nothing.
They had a little joust, and now Wendel Clark, two left hands on Wilson. Back to their feet, and Clark, three right hands on Ben Wilson. Now Ben tries to get a right hand or two in. And they're hammering away at one another. Wendel Clark, a hard-nosed rookie, and now he's got the right hand free. Wilson got in a big right there. Wilson's jersey has been pulled right over his head as Ben Wilson and Wendel Clark are standing toe-to-toe and slugging it out.
Well, the longer the fight goes on, the better Wilson becomes. Clark got in a couple early, surprising Ben Wilson. But as it progressed, Wilson got some real solid shots in there. But Clark, for a rookie, he's not afraid of anyone. He's been
Against Holmgren, and then Ben Wilson goes after Hilworth, and here we go.
Oh, boy, I'll tell you, Ben Wilson just landed a right hand, and Hilworth went down like he was knocked right out. He really hit him hard with the right hand as he came off the boards, and hit him with one short right hand punch, and down he went, Gene, and then Ben Wilson jumped on him. I don't think he realized that Hilworth was out on his feet, but as soon as that happened, then they pulled him away, and he stopped. But Hilworth, dropping the gloves, they came out of the penalty box. He took a rush in the corner and hit Wilson. Then they got away, and Wilson came back to hit him in the corner, and Hilworth came off. They dropped their gloves, and one short right hand, and Hilworth went down.
Well, Pete Peters was concerned because as soon as he went down, he skated out of the crease.
He is still very staggered as he got up to one knee now. I don't think he is really fully recovered the ice, but they both dropped their gloves very quickly. You could see the one punch from Hilworth from the left hand hit the side of the head, and then Wilson hit him with the one right uppercut that stunned him.
I had a fight with Ben Wilson. He was played him with Philly. I had a fight with him at the Coliseum. And I still say I slipped on the ice, and he got a couple in underneath, you know. But Ben Wilson thought he won that fight, hands down. He thought he won the belt. He thought he was the king of the hill, the world champion. I just beat Clark Gillies, right? And I had to hear that bullshit for like 2 years, you know? And I'm like, you know, I gotta do something with this guy. But I was like you said, I was sort of hesitant, right? I didn't want to go through another thing where I slipped again.
The first fight went well for me. It was the classic stuff. I got the grip, that, whatever. And I thought I hit him some pretty good ones. I don't think I hit him hard enough that he goes down. I thought he lost his balance. But, the second fight, he kept knocking my hands around away, and I couldn't get my grip, which, not good. And, he started swinging, and, in his story is he hit me hard, and he didn't, because until I get my grip, I'm just playing defense. I'm going to make sure I don't get, a hard shot. And then I finally got my grip, and then, then the fight changed, and I hit him a good punch in the face. Do I think I hit him hard enough that he's going down? No, I think I just knocked him off balance. His story is he hit me hard, and he didn't. Neither time, I think I hit him good punches when he went down, but not, oh, you knocked him out type of thing. Wasn't close to that. And but I go back to saying, he said, well, I slipped, and I didn't really like the things they're saying, because the Clark Gillies that I know is I have incredible amount of respect for him, played against him a lot, and he was always a fierce competitor. And if you're going to worry about him physically, he'll score on you.